Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about veterans and disabled veterans in the Philippines and what happens when you come over to the Philippines, what you lose, what you gain, and all that today. And let's get into it right away. As soon as you reach the Philippines, most people are under this assumption that the VA clinic in Manila is going to treat you the same as back home in, let's say, Boston or wherever you're from, at a regular VA hospital. And they don't. It's just a clinic. That's number one. And number two is this. When you go to that clinic, they're only going to treat you for service-connected disabilities, okay? Beyond that, they don't really treat you that much. They'll give you a little bit of treatment for some minor issues or something like that. But also, if you have something serious with your disability, you have to go to certain hospitals, and FMP, Foreign Medical Plan, will cover that. And then, some of the hospitals work directly with FMP. There's a few. But FMP is slow to pay. So some of these hospitals are dropping out and saying, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. But there still are a few hospitals that will work with the Foreign Medical Plan, okay? Otherwise, you got to pay for it, and then you got to submit it, and it has to have all the stuff that the FMP asks for on all the paperwork and on all the documentation so that you can get paid for that. Otherwise, you're not going to get paid. That's a problem for some people because some people don't pay attention to detail, and you have to be very detail-oriented to be a veteran. You have to be. Otherwise, you're going to lose out. You won't get paid. You might have to pay for, let's say, a $10,000 operation. You might have to pay for it because it's a heart operation or something like that, and it might be VA related or something like that. And I don't recommend people coming over here with really disabling illnesses because you're not going to get the same health care over here. Even if you use these FMP hospitals, even if they cover it, it's not going to be the same in most cases. Not all cases, most cases. Okay? So, and the other thing is you're not going to get paid for mileage. You guys coming up from Davao, Mindanao, Cebu, Bohol, any of these other places, they don't pay you mileage no more. So that's on your tab. So you have to cover that. So it's part of the problem over here in that, we've lost a few things over here. We lost, that's a big loss for some people over here to lose that mileage, because if you have to pay for your plane ticket to come up here to Manila, let's say, and it costs you, I don't know, a few $100s or whatever to fly up here, that's a big loss for some veterans that are on low income over here. That really hurts us in the pocket. But what happened was some people were taking advantage of this, and they were using friends and relatives' addresses down in Mindanao or something like that. From what I understand, that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure that was a story I heard. From like 3 or 4 people. They said that people were taking advantage of it. So they said, we're done with that. So all of us paid for that. So thanks to those guys. Hey, good one, But that really helped us a lot, Some people get greedy, and sadly, that's what happens. And, and they probably will never bring that back now because of that. But I don't know. But anyway, guys, I wanted to throw that out there a little bit because a lot of people are under that assumption that when you come over here, the hospital just is great over here. It's not a hospital, it's a clinic. Remember that, guys. It's a clinic. And I'm going to say this about the help there. They have the best people that I've ever run into in the VA working at the Veterans Clinic in Manila. And I mean that for the doctors, the nurses, the help, the people at the front desk, the guards, everyone that works in that place. I have never seen such cohesiveness. They're all like working together to help you. And when I went into other veterans hospitals back in the Boston area, Bedford, Boston, Jamaica Plain, Manchester, places that I, Boston, when I went in there for a C&P exam, it was horrible. It was atrocious. They don't have a hospital in there, but they have Jamaica Plain. It was terrible. And here, I felt comfortable. with every single person I met inside the VA clinic, I felt totally comfortable, totally in their hands, and like they were going to help me. And when I first come over here, I had some minor issues, and they took care of them really quick. And they were so willing to help me that I can never thank them enough at that clinic, at the Manila Clinic. Because some of the issues that I had back in Bedford and back in Boston, the doctors were telling me one thing and then telling me another. And finally I found what the issue was that I had. And let me tell you, I will never forget how much I got helped by, the Veterans Clinic here in Manila. And I wish I could show my thanks to them in so many ways because of the way they are and how helpful they are. And they know who they are. A lot of great people at VA Manila. A lot of great people at VA Manila. But anyway, guys, I want to put all that out there. I hope that helps everybody out there. Because a lot of people are under false assumptions. You do lose some of the things coming over here. The other thing, guys, back home, and this is the biggest one, okay, that you can get pretty much treated for anything at any VA hospital if you just walk in there and you're sick or something like that. If you're 10% and above, I think even if you're 0%, you can walk into a hospital and get treated, okay? And they usually don't charge you, okay? And that's a great thing about, being a veteran. It's a great thing because it's a huge help to people that don't have a lot of income. And a lot of veterans don't have a lot of income. Some veterans do pretty well, some veterans don't. And it helps having medical care covered by the VA. And it's one of the things I do miss over here, having everything paid for when I go into the VA and covered. If I tell them anything, right away they help me. If you wanted to get treated for diabetes, let's say, they would help you with your diabetes, and you're not going to get that care here. So you guys are going to have to get like some sort of PhilHealth along with some sort of other insurance, or just get like Pacific Cross or any of these other insurances that I've spoken about in other videos. So if you have questions about those, watch the videos, guys. Watch the videos. Stop sending me comments when we have videos on it. We have tons of videos out there. We have over 300 videos. A lot of them very informative, telling you how to come over here. We talk about insurance and all that. Watch those videos. All right, guys. But this video here, I wanted to put this out for the veterans. I hope that helps, guys. God bless. Take care.